Fellow Nigerians, Happy New Year to you. I am Frederick Omoyomadorige. I am here to bring to you the second reason out of the 50 reasons why they do not want Peter Obi to be the president of Nigeria. This is an election here, and it is time for each and every one of us to bring out our Nigerianness and do what is best for our country. Now, the second reason why they do not want Peter Obi is because he will introduce diaspora voting and establish a NiDCOM board. They don't want this to happen. The government of the All Progressives Congress, APC, and the People's Democratic Party, PDP, have been preventing Nigerians in diaspora from voting during elections in Nigeria. Thereafter, the APC government, under the president or under the president of Nigeria, that is still May 2023, Major General Muhammadu Buhari retired, and the national leadership of their party, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, made sure that they use the National Assembly to prevent Nigerians in diaspora from voting in Nigerian elections. On the other hand, the APC government refused to empower Nigerians in diaspora by deliberately and conspiratorially refusing to establish the board for Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, known as NiDCOM, against the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Running into 2023, the Chief Executive Officer of NiDCOM has been unilaterally managing all aspects of the commission since the formation of the board after its enactment in 2017. The board ought to have included 12 Nigerians in diaspora from all continents. Now, the commission is being run like a one-man woman show as a way of shying away from accountability to a board. Officials of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and NiDCOM, they travel with Mr. President almost everywhere, but they deliberately refuse to tell him, in case Mr. President does not know. They deliberately refuse to tell him that they don't have a board in NiDCOM. So rather, they usually repeat their usual axiom. It is the discretion of Mr. President to establish a board for commission. Yes, it is true. But if the president does not know, most of those things happen in Nigeria, it's not even aware. It's not aware. So why don't they tell him? And when such statements that they make, that it is discretion of Mr. President to establish a board for the commission, it further exposes the ineptitude of Mr. President. A NiDCOM board would have widely represented the interests of Nigerians in diaspora and acted as a check and balance on the operations of NiDCOM. No, they don't want this. They don't want this. Since Peter Obi promised to guarantee diaspora voting when elected as president, the ruling party continued to fight harder in order to retain power as a way of maintaining the status quo against the aspirations of Nigerians in diaspora. Zoom meetings and other physical meetings have been organized by diaspora stakeholders, people like chairpersons for diaspora affairs in the Senate, in the House of Representatives, and all that. They have done all of such meetings. During such meetings, they promised Nigerians in diaspora that they will vote in 2023 elections. Despite the fact that the National Independent National Electoral Commission, and they categorically stated that they were prepared for diaspora voting, the National Assembly rejected the bill in 2022. Thereafter, it became very apparent that the constituted authorities have been deceiving Nigerians in diaspora all along. It's their game plan. It's a simple game plan. The fear of diaspora voting is hinged on the knowledge that Nigerians in diaspora will only focus on voting good leaders. The opposing political elites are also aware that the diaspora will not accept their filthy, poisoned rice, gari, kuli, and salt to sell their votes, including genuine and rigged votes. 15.2 million votes brought Buhari into office. Nigerians in diaspora are estimated to be 20 million. It means that we have a role to play. that they know that we can bring about drastic changes in our elections in terms of number. That is what they don't want to do. Now, smaller countries in Africa, that as far as they vote, countries like South Africa, Mozambique, Senegal, Malawi, Angola, Republic of Benin, etc., they vote in their country's election. Some of them have even gone ahead to reserve special parliamentary seats for their diasporas. For example, Cape Verde reserved 6 parliamentary seats for their diaspora. Cote d'Ivoire supports the diaspora representation in their Senate. Niger Republic reserved 5 seats. Angola has reserved some seats. Senegal reserved 15 out of 165 parliamentary seats for our diaspora. Why is Nigeria different? Why? Why is Nigeria different? Because a few persons want to hold on to power as if the country belongs to just few persons. Did we escort anybody to Nigeria? Did we escort anybody to Nigeria? We're talking about our country here and our commonwealth. Preceding governments have been anti-diaspora. Their policies are intentionally designed to humiliate Nigerians in diaspora. From their change agenda to their next level and their so-called renewed hope, the intentions are the same. The intentions are the same. Nigerians in diaspora are so resourceful that many of them hold electoral positions in their countries of residence. It is what President Joe Biden saw in Nigerians that made him to appoint at least 4 persons into his cabinet. But back home, Nigerians in diaspora are being humiliated. Peter Obi rightly said that Nigeria must no longer deny our best brains from voting in our elections if he's elected as president. And that is what we want to see. The opposition political elites are very aware that the very nature of Peter Obi will not even allow him to deny diaspora of their right to vote. This is especially so because Peter Obi has lived in the UK and he has schooled and traveled widely across the globe. So he knows what is right. Though Nigerians in diaspora have been remitting huge funds to improve the economy of Nigeria, Nigerian government continue to kill the hen that lays the golden egg. Unfortunately, Nigerians in diaspora remitted $21 billion in 2015, $19.7 billion in 2016, $22 billion in 2017, $24.31 billion in 2018, $23.8 billion in 2019, $17.21 billion in 2020, and $19.2 billion in 2021. Within the first 6 months of 2022, $10.11 billion was remitted. Now, the outright embarrassment meted against Nigerians in diaspora by the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Ahmed Idris Wase, representing one area in the Plateau State of the APC anyway, it spoke volume. His actions spoke volume. His position in the House as the Deputy Speaker is very, very significant, and it comes with power because Order 7, Rule 2, subsection 2 of the House states that the Deputy Speaker shall be the chairman of the whole House. So his position is very sensitive. Wase categorically refused to allow a petition written by a diaspora group known as the Mutual Union of Thieves in America to be read on the floor of the House. The petition was just a simple complaint over the killings in Benue State by suspected Fulani herders. According to Wase, if they are in America, could they be an interested party here? Do they really know what is really going on? Imagine that. That shows their hatred for Nigerians in diaspora. The same Wase stopped another representative, Shina Pella, from raising a motion on the NSAS protest against police brutality. Fellow Nigerians, you are free to support other candidates publicly if you are constrained to do so. But when you are alone in your polling booth, nobody will be watching you. When you are alone in your polling booth, when you are alone, nobody's watching you in that booth. Please, vote for Peter Obi. Nobody will be watching you when you give that support to your country. This is not campaigning. I'm not campaigning. It is in your own interest as a Nigerian, especially a Nigerian in diaspora that is communicating with their families and friends back home. At a time like this, Nigerians in diaspora have important roles to play in the 2023 elections, whether we are voting or not. This is the time to show them that we are significant. So what do we need to do? Very simple. Encourage your friends and families in Nigeria to go and collect their PVC now. Now. Before the deadline of 22nd January. So that they can vote. And when they vote, they have to vote for Peter Obi. Not just collecting the vote or the PVC and keeping them at home. 53 million Nigerians collected, registered, but refused to vote in 2019. That is why we have the Nigeria of today. So we must say never again. We could also take a step further. Tell our friends and family at home that, look, I won't send you that money until you show me your PVC on video. Nation building is a collective effort. We shall all be alive to see and enjoy the Nigeria of our dreams. We have complained enough. And we're not looking for a government to criticize. We're looking we want to praise. Because Nigeria is too big, too blessed, to beg, to borrow, to be secured, and to be going through the nonsense we are seeing today. No, it's enough.
So 2023 election will not be about tribe. No. Don't vote for me because I'm from Southeast, I'm an Igbo man. It will not be about religion. The 2023 election should not be about my turn. It's nobody's turn. The country cannot continue to go the way it's going today. We must stop it. It is you that will stop it. The reason why we have all these problems is cumulative effect of leadership failure over the years. And this is the time to stop it. 2023 is the last time Nigerian diaspora will not vote. You cannot exclude your best brain from voting. It's impossible. If Angola can do it, Ghana can do it, South Africa can do it, they can do it, Nigeria must do it. It's structure of criminality, structure of corruption, structure that have kept Nigeria where it is today. That is the structure I want to dismantle. Trust, competence, capacity, commitment to do the right thing. Thank you and God bless you.
Niger.